Ding, ding, like a bell ringing.
The number of times I hear that a day.
Oh no.
All right, 5:30.
Almost, wait, now, okay, I like being prompt.
Different clock.
All right, it is time to call the Celebration Community Services Meeting, or CCS, to motion to adopt the agenda,
Motion. Second.
second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Let's see what our action items are. It looks like we're going to, need a motion to approve the 4th of July fireworks by Garden State Fireworks for 35 grand.
Motion to approve July 4th fireworks proposal by Garden State Fireworks in the amount of $35,000.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
We have a proposal for $24,000 also.
I was wondering what were some differences in why management suggested Garden State?
We've used Garden State for many, many years. We know they have a quality show. We know they do good music along with the show. They know the area that it's in and the restrictions that we have with the property behind, with the trees behind us, and they don't feel comfortable guaranteeing a quality show from Alpha because they've not worked with them before and they couldn't get references to get back to them in terms of supplying references.
And how are we with I know last year, the big discussion was the fireworks went from 25 to 35 and then they kept them again at 35 this year. How are we with the overall budget for 4th of July, including the fireworks at 35 versus the 24?
The fireworks were budgeted at 35,000 this year.
Okay.
So they're within your budget line. Lexon is doing the $25,000 sponsorship for the fireworks in basically continuing their sponsorship. You're currently projected in budget with 4th of July based on what you approved.
It's just a 50% difference here. I mean,
That is a big difference.
Is this the event with Experience Kissimmee?
There's no Experience Kissimmee grants for 4th of July.
So the 10's coming out of our pocket.
Out of CCS pocket, yes.
Yeah.
There are other sponsorships for 4th of July that will.
How's that looking?
I have not talked to Nikki about others, what they've gotten for sponsorships for 4th of July, but usually Larson Slayton sponsors, Exquisite usually sponsors, Madamy's usually a sponsor.
And that'll go directly.
And that'll go
Into the
directly into the
CCS.
CCS budget.
What's in the CCS fund right now?
well, and we also have to,
75,000.
Oh.
75,000 at the end of the year.
Okay.
And then last year was, they budgeted 40,000 for sponsorship that came in at 43.
Mhm.
There was about 1,500 in income, that there wasn't any. 20,000 was the CJC contribution, 25,000 was the
Lex.
Lexington. So net was about 83,000 in income
Huh?
versus, or no, sorry. 88,000 in income to 71,000 in expenses.
Well, then it looks like we're running in the black.
Did
For
this
this
go through special events or recreation? What's typically
It
the
goes through special events.
special events recommended this one too?
And the reason, I mean, the other firm, Alpha, whatever was it an apples to apples bid in terms of quantity, quality?
No.
well, we don't know.
Well, what is there,
It's the same time frame.
The time is apples to apples. There's no.
are the pyro itself, are they apples to apples? Because you can shoot off half the pyro and do it in the same amount of time.
We don't have the itemized list from the secondary vendor. They just.
I do know that the guys have been doing it, do really big shows.
From Alpha, sorry.
So we table this to go back to them. What's the implications for?
You're
Potential.
gonna run into not being able to book
Yeah.
Garden State for.
No,
Yeah, someone else posted.
One question, I'm trying to look from last year. Was Garden State 20 minutes last year and 17 minutes this year? Did they go down in time? I'm trying to pull up last year's.
I thought all of them were 20 minutes last year.
So, and now they're 17. So they kept the price the same, but they reduced the time. I mean, I honestly don't think 17 and 20 minutes differ, but I mean, it's not exactly the same as last year. But I don't know, I'm trying to find last year's,
Looking for the packet,
you said this came through special events?
should have.
Remember that they were discussing this in their meetings. Let's see.
I didn't see the recommendation.
I mean, they are saying,
So ETE was 20 minutes last year, Garden State was 17 minutes last year, and the Extreme FX was 20 minutes last year. But the shell count was different, and one of them we couldn't get a shell count. But Garden State did provide their shell count last year, so they're still 17 minutes.
okay, so it is the same. Okay.
Well, I think given the fact that we're getting sponsorship, that we've had experience with them, that we kind of have a good feel for the quality we're going to get. I like saving money, but I also don't want a crappy show, even though I probably wouldn't even be here. So,
No.
Yeah, I mean, it was like Alpha left out some information. You know, they said 70-minute show, but what is that 70-minute show?
Yeah.
Are you gonna get a $24,000 show versus a
Right.
$35,000 show?
Right, you're gonna get 50% fewer shows.
Right.
I said that we should go ahead and vote on this.
yeah, call the vote.
All those in favor?
I,
Opposed? That passes unanimously. How about a motion to approve the July 4th stage proposal by Access Pro?
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
Wow, we got 24 minutes to kill.
our last meeting was 1 minute.
We're doing great. Now, how quickly-
Well, okay.
Things are being
Yeah.
done so
Yes, the next one.
I think we got it down to a science.
Maybe not half.
Where's Eric? Did Eric?
He's on.
He's on. Can you hear us? Can we hear you?
Oh, did he?